What's going on? It's Counselor Polly Rob. Welcome to another episode of the Polly Rob Podcast. I appreciate everybody showing love. Make sure you like and subscribe, and all the information on how to support my channel is down below. Let's get right into it. It's actually been a couple of weeks since the brand new Future album dropped, which is titled The Real Me. It's been a couple of weeks, and I wanted to make sure that I reviewed this album in the same context that I reviewed Drake's 3 albums. Reason being is because out of all the hoopla between, Drake, Future, and, artists and producers around, they've had good years in terms of Future had a good year and a half with Metro Boomin, producing and starring in the last 2 albums that reportedly was some shots at Drake, but at the same token, there were great projects. You know what I'm saying? And then also, Metro Boomin, in my opinion, dropped a pretty good tape. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. And then, Drake dropped, in my opinion, 1 good album out of 3. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it was like, you still got some good music collectively for the past 3 years from, Future and Drake and Metro Boomin. So when this album came out, I said, you know what? I want to make sure I sit with this project the same way I sat with the other projects, which I played each of them twice. You know what I mean? And I played this Future album twice. And also, shout out to my guy, my young producer, Tay Beats. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tay Beats, because he actually asked me about this Future album, and I wanted to make sure that I listened to it. And here's my reaction and my opinion to this album. Now, the concept of The Real Me is very self-explanatory. In my opinion, I felt like we were going to get, what he's saying, the real him. Like, we were going to get songs that explains different points in his life, how he approaches dealing with problems, dealing with triumph, dealing with success. From the albums that I've listened to in my lifetime, when somebody, either makes a title, called authentic, or, uses their real name as the title, or anything of that nature, The Real Me, anything of that nature, the first thing I think is, oh, we're going to get something deep. We're going to get something that's vulnerable that we probably have not gotten before. So that's what I look for. On this Future album, I want to be honest in a couple of different contexts. Number one, I don't feel like we got any true vulnerability from this project. I listened to every song twice, almost 3 times, and I don't think that I've gotten anything truly, truly vulnerable to Future as the person. But maybe that's not what this album is for. Maybe the title called The Real Me is basically about the real Future and not the real whatever his real name is. It's about the real Future, the real artistry of Future. So as I listen to the project for the second time, and I'll let you know my favorite records, as I listen to the project, I'm realizing, oh, he's giving all of the different styles and flavors and concepts of who Future is. It's not about vulnerability of his life. He's probably done that a couple of times on certain records, but this particular project, it's about, he might as well called it The Real Future. You know what I mean? Or the real artist formerly known as Future, or whatever. You know what I mean? So as I'm listening to the project, what I'm getting is, and I got some of this from the Drake project too. What I'm getting is, in my opinion, and y'all can talk about it in the comments. Let's talk about it in the comments. That's what we do. In my opinion, I felt like he put together a project with a lot of different songs that are different concepts, but it's not quite complete. I think he did the same thing that Drake did. He put out a lot of songs. It's probably like 17, 18 songs or something like that. But it's not complete. I do understand that nowadays records are a lot faster. Like they do things a lot faster in music. You know, they make 2-minute songs, 1 minute and 30, things like that. But still, I've heard, and we've all heard, records that are like 2 minutes and 20 seconds that are complete records that we feel like they gave everything they were supposed to give on that record. But in my opinion, this Future album, not so much. Not so much. You know, if you look at these, you know, I'm looking at the records right now. 2 minutes 37 seconds, 1 minute 59 seconds, 2 minutes 48 seconds, 2 minutes 29 seconds, 2 minutes 54 seconds, 1 minute 50 seconds. These are quick songs. These are very, very quick songs. But it still feels like something is missing. And I'm not talking about like a bridge or anything like that, like it's missing another verse. No, I'm just talking about for what the song is, it feels like it's very incomplete. The production to me is okay. I'll explain why. It's only okay because compared to the songs in the Future catalog that we've heard, these beats sound like we've heard them before. They're not bad beats. The production is not bad by far. But when you've heard something, when you've heard a style of beat, again, you want the record to at least be better than the previous record, but it's not. The songs that he's making right now is not living up to the same energy and efficiency that his previous records was. There's a record on there called 1-2. I think it's like the second record on the project. That song, the flow is immaculate. His cadence, his flow, his approach, the rhymes, super fire. The melodic energy, super fire. Super fire. But then, do you get to the next record, it sounds like a beat that you heard before, but it's just not potent enough. When I listen to Future, I listen to potency of the hook, potency of the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Not like trying to be super lyrical, but he says fly shit. That's what he do. Future say fly shit because he's a fly human being. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm also looking for motivational music to get me going through the day, because that's really what Future really does. He gets you through your day with great energetic music. It's not even about the club anymore. Like, yes, he has club records for sure, but Future is an artist that you can play a whole album and it'll get you through your day. It'll get you through your workout. It'll get you through, you know, driving in the car. It'll get you through road trips. That's what I listen to Future for. Unfortunately, even with all of these songs on this project, it's not giving the potency that I'm used to. It's not. The last two projects from Metro Boomin, for sure it did. It has slappers. It has super slaps. This one, not so much. I gotta be honest. Not so much. There's something missing here. And I'm gonna say this. This is not the only album that made me feel like this year. Drake's album made me feel like this as well. I'm not talking about how long the songs are. No, I'm talking about these songs feel incomplete. It felt like y'all went in the hard drive and grabbed a selection of songs and just put it together. Even the skits didn't make it cohesive on this Real Me project. There are some standout songs. Don't get me wrong. There are some standout songs. like I said, I like 1-2. I like Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa is a pretty good joint. I like, let me just go through it. Money Over Everything is a dope joint. I like that one a lot. I like what is it called? Big Moment. Big Moment is dope. And then I think I like the very last record. which is Eye to Eye. I love Eye to Eye. Eye to Eye is very, very good record. He got a couple of joints on there, but what I'm saying is, as a Future fan, this album doesn't live up to what he does with his albums. It doesn't live up to it. I'm sorry. I gotta be honest. It's okay. In my opinion, who this album is for, before I get out of here, because I don't want to waste too long, and I want y'all to talk to me in the comments. What am I missing? If I'm missing something, please point it out in the comments. Who this album is for, in my opinion, if you're a true Future fan, this album is not for you. You're going to be pissed. You're going to be mad because he's not giving you enough. The songs that you've heard previously in his catalog, you rather play that than play this album. But if you're somebody that's just warming up the Future, this is your first time, you've only heard 1 or 2 albums from Future, this might be for you. This is what I consider a playlist album. This is a playlist album. This is a listen to it, find the 1 or 2 records, up to however many records you like, find those records and put it on a playlist with other Future songs, or just put it on a playlist of something that you just enjoy. It's a playlist album. Pick the ones that you love and then just go from there. That's what it sounds like. And maybe I'm too hard on the album because I was expecting something phenomenal. Remember, the last 2 albums with Metro Boomin, he gave us phenomenal work. Beats was fire, lyrics fire, cadence, hooks. He did that. I don't know what's going on with this one. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this project. I really think that, let me say this, maybe I thought he was going to do something groundbreaking, because that's what Future does. He does groundbreaking work. So maybe I thought he was going to do something groundbreaking. But if you're just looking for another album that got some bangers, that got some heavy bass, trap beats, that got good energy and good flows, definitely tune into this album. Support the album. Stream it up. But that's my opinion, y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all already know what it is. WORKLOAD.